Hey, welcome back to Politics for the Culture. I'm your host, Senator Dwight Bullard. We're always talking politics, we're always talking culture. We are here live at the Miami-Dade Dems Blue Gala, and I'm here with my commissioner from down south, Representative, former Representative, current Commissioner Kionne McGhee, representing down south. But you know, this has been a celebration really of Democratic politics, Democratic culture, and I know as a proud Howard alum, you know that there's another Howard alum who's running for office. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah, I heard that.
But when we think about the impact that HBCUs have had on the culture in America, a lot of that has been kind of underground. You know, for those of us in the HBCUs, like you and I, we herald them, but now we're about to be thrust to a national conversation,
Yes.
specifically the Mecca.
Yes.
So, how do you feel as a Howard to kind of like be in this moment where a Howard alumnus, the VP of the United States, could very well be the next president of the United States?
So first of all, let me just say to you, thank you so much for all the service you continuously do for the community. Our great state senators here, and you just come from legacy, right? You understand. It gets to the question is the impact of HBCUs on both of our lives. I can honestly say without HBCUs in my life, I wouldn't be sitting here, right? And I can honestly say you cut your teeth in education and becoming a historian because of HBCUs. I believe having a true ambassador for HBCUs like Kamala Harris, our vice president, right? It elevates the discussion. And this is a discussion that's long past due. That historically black colleges and universities not only ought to be at the table, but we are at the table. And we simply are saying, hey, we want similar resources as everyone else is receiving.
1st and 10, 40-yard line. This is the critical moment. All right, here we go. He takes the snap. He's looking deep. Green and blue are open. Will he go green? Will he go blue? It's a Hail Mary to blue, and it's good!
There it is. And so, you know, kind of somber and sobering in the moment is we feel the excitement. We talk about the history making, but we also, you know, as black political figures, as folks who've been in elected office, understand the racism is real. What is it that we need to like convey to folks around the attacks that they might experience from their coworkers, from their colleagues, who are going to ask very kind of like challenging questions in this moment and really calling to question the credibility of this person because of her gender, because of her race, because of her education? What is it that we need to do to kind of undergird and make sure folks, you know, have the tools to say, not on my watch, I'm not going to let you talk about VP Harris in that way?
Well, it's two things, right? There's a thought out there that says fit in and go along with it. Then there's the school of thought that says no, stand out and speak on behalf of those who are being demonized, whether it's because of their financial, whether it's because of their race, gender, their sexuality. Our job is to be our brothers and sisters. There are times where I may not feel confident in looking at someone and say, hey, fit in. But that's when my brother or my sister, whether they're Hispanic, white, black, gay or straight, rich or poor, stand up and say, hey, that's wrong. So we're just asking people to join us and saying, you see something, say something. Planning is next week.
So, you know, we both South Dade kids, you know, Richmond Heights, the Rancho.
Yeah.
You know, we oftentimes feel like we got that chip on our shoulder coming from down south. But, you know, for our audience that we, you know, that grew up with us, you know, the folks in Goulds, Naranja, Modelo, Homestead, Florida City,
Right.
that oftentimes feel detached from the county politics, from the conversation. Why do you feel like this election, like all elections, but specifically this election, is important for South Dade in the context of Miami-Dade showing up at the ballot box.
Right. So we understand that voting is not just simply marking off a name on a ballot. Voting also has tremendous power in elevating the discussions for us to receive federal funding. When we elect the right people, those people become our ambassadors, and they sit at the table of Congress and table of negotiation to receive resources for us. I do believe having a President Kamala Harris at the table in the White House advocating for us in infrastructure, transportation, generational wealth and inclusion gives us all a better opportunity to get better resources back to the South. Yes, the South does and has in the past feel left out of the equation by county politics. But that's because they never looked at us in the South as part of Miami-Dade County until they realized they were running out of land. Until they realized that South Dade does exist and there is no geographical area within Miami-Dade South. So it wasn't until brothers like yourself and myself and those who came before us stood up and said, hey, listen, to be recognized as not a distant relative or distant voter of Miami-Dade County. We are Miami-Dade County. So that's why I say that having a Kamala Harris on the ticket gives access to people like you and me to go speak on behalf of the issues that we take.
Facts on facts on facts. Again, politics for the culture. We have a representative of the culture, somebody who sits at the crossroads of Howard University, Omega Psi Phi, and so many other things.
You still in Kappa?
I'm still in Kappa. 1911 was a good year. The greatest institution in America.
Right. Let me just say this. To the FAMU rallies, I love you. I love him. I have nothing bad to say. I just want to simply say keep up the great work and keep up the great work. And I want to give a shout out to my niece who's now at FAMU. Brayla, I love you. Our money is now at FAMU.
Let's go, good decisions.
But Howard is in the heart, baby.
Listen, well, in that spirit, let's fast forward to November 6th. We're victorious, and then later that Howard homecoming is going to be something special.
Oh man,
I can only imagine.
Have you got your tickets? We're going up on October 17th.
Listen, I'm gonna wait till next year when it dies down a little bit. But thank you, Commissioner McGhee, for being on.
Thank you, Senator
Politics for the Culture.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you, my brother.